Namaskaram. When Savarkar was in London, one day an young man came and met him. He was an Indian student studying in London. He said to Savarkar, "Sir, I want to dedicate my life for the sake of the freedom of my country." Savarkar looked at the boy and asked him, "Are you aware that the path is full of sufferings?" "I am fully prepared for it, sir," the boy replied. Savarkar then took him to a room inside. Savarkar took a sharp needle from the table. He asked the boy to show up his left hand. The boy stretched his left hand towards Savarkar. Savarkar then pierced the needle into his palm. The boy stood calm with his hand bleeding. Savarkar told him, "You have passed. What's your name?" "I am Madan Lal Dhingra from Punjab, studying in London." It was the time when both Savarkar and Dhingra were outraged by the Bengal partition in 1905. Dhingra, in fact, had three targets in his mind. First one was Lord George Curzon, the viceroy who divided Bengal as Hindu Bengal and Muslim Bengal. The second one was Sir Joseph Fuller, who was the ex-Bengal governor who was party to the Bengal partition. The third target was Curzon Willie, who was the political advisor to the State Secretary of British India at the time of Bengal partition. In 1909, all the three were back in London after completing their Indian responsibilities. In fact, Dhingra was waiting for an opportunity to get the first two together. But the fate saved them. Dhingra's two attempts to assassinate them did not succeed. But the third one was not lucky enough. On 1st of July 1909, when Curzon Willie and his wife was leaving after a function, Dhingra appeared in front of him and fired 5 shots on his face point blank. Dhingra was arrested. The very next day, a meeting of Indians in London was held to condemn the killing of Curzon Willie. This meeting was presided over by Aga Khan, an Indian. At the end of the meeting, Aga Khan read the condolence motion saying, "We all condemn this violent and hateful activity unanimously." Then they heard a shout at the door. "No, not unanimously." All sitting there turned back and saw Savarkar standing at the gate like a rock. Few Britishers from the audience came forward and started hitting at Savarkar. His spectacle broke. Blood started running down his face. Savarkar did not move an inch but kept on shouting, "I still oppose the motion." Police arrested Savarkar. Since he was not found guilty, he was released after a few days. After 40 days of trial, Dhingra was sentenced to death by the British court in London. After hearing the judgment, what Dhingra told to the judge has gone into the history. "Thank you, my lord. I don't care. I am proud to have the honor of laying down my life for the cause of my motherland." Madan Lal Dhingra attained martyrdom at the age of 26 years at Pentonville Prison in London on 17th August 1909. Just before he was hanged, his last words were, "A son like myself has nothing else to offer to the mother but his own blood. I am sacrificing the same for her. My only prayer to God is that I may be reborn to the same mother and I may re-die for the same sacred cause till the cause is fulfilled." Vande Mataram. Dhingra was buried inside the prison compound. His mortal remains are now flown back to India and they are kept in the city of Akola in Maharashtra. Britain thought that by hanging they killed Dhingra. But in reality, if you and me are discussing about this martyred son of Bharat Mata even after 110 years of his supreme sacrifice, his hanging had made him to live forever in our hearts. Though these heroes have no death. Thank you so much. Vande Mataram.